y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Catch That, where we break down R&B albums, artists, and history in an honest and thoughtful way. I am Naturally Elise, and that's my brother,
JR.
and we are the R&B representatives. Today, we are welcoming back the good brother, Mr. Edward Bowser. Hello.
What is up, my people? It is so good to be with my shaded fam. I can't wait to talk about some good R&B and some R&B that need to be talked about. So I'm here for it.
Yes.
Ooh,
And
20 seconds in, JR over there getting his sip on. I see.
Already.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere. But yeah.
Hello.
So yeah, before we jump into things, how about Edward? You tell the folks who may not have seen you last time a little bit about yourself and about your platform.
Absolutely. So I'm very happy to be here because I, like y'all, love me some R&B. And in the mid 2000s, I felt like the R&B that I love was not getting the coverage that I wanted. Like I was not seeing stories and articles and the celebration of the good music that was there. Y'all were just gassing up everything. So because of that, I created a platform called soulandstereo.com. It's album reviews, it's album rankings, it's retrospectives. We got some relationship stuff. It's hip hop and R&B, but it's just a great community to come through and just talk about that real, about the music we love, the stuff today that's hitting and worth celebrating, and those albums from the past that we love and cherish and want to remember. So soulandstereo.com is where I'm usually hanging out. We got a YouTube page, Soul and Stereo, and Facebook community as well, the Soul and Stereo Cypher. About 1,000 folks in there. I love all of them. Love y'all. So come check your boy out. We just talking the good stuff.
Check out your boy. And JR, how about you tell the folks what we're going to be talking about today and maybe a little bit about why?
So today, y'all, we will be discussing Alicia Keys' Diary of Alicia Keys. I know y'all probably like, y'all talking about Alicia Keys? Yes, we are. And Ed was like, yo, we asked him because when y'all see his Catch That Mini, it was fun. It was so fun. Like we could have really talked for like over an hour over a friend of mine that he picked from Kelly Price, but we was like, he got to come back. Elise said that in the show, so he had no excuse because she said it in the show, so he had to come back.
Put me on blast. I had to be
He
here.
was like, yo, he picked like 3 albums and then we picked one. So we're gonna talk about Diary of Alicia Keys. We're gonna talk about every song. We're gonna go into her career a little bit and all that stuff. But y'all know how we start it off. And when did you get introduced to Alicia Keys?
I got introduced to Alicia probably the same time y'all did. In 2001, I had just moved to Louisville, Kentucky. I lived out there for about 10 years. And at the time, I was still learning the lay of the land. But one thing that I always had is my music. So I'm still very into music. And there's this new artist that comes on the scene and everybody's hyping her. She's like this prodigy. She do R&B. She's street, but she be playing the piano, and it's so dope. And she got this song called "Falling" that we gonna play in your face for 1,000 times a day, whether you like it or not. And everybody was just on this girl, and I was like, all right, let me check out the album. And I checked out the album. I thought it was all right. I thought it was all right. I won't that hype off of it. Feels like it's all right. I appreciate it a little bit more now, but I'm like, I think that at the time we were celebrating what she was and not so much what she was giving, because she had all this natural talent at a time where a lot of artists who could play instruments and could write and do stuff, that was starting to, not bad as it is now, but it was starting to be pushed aside a little bit. So I think that we were celebrating her for all of her talents. And I was like, I guess it's a little bit of potential here. I really wasn't that. I wasn't falling into the hype. Second album comes out. My coworker at my job in Louisville, unsolicited. I mean, it's statute of limitations. I ain't getting in trouble. He just slid me the bootleg. He like, this is new Alicia Keys. Check it out. And I was like, I guess. And it was dope. I was like, nah, this Alicia kind of dope. Look, don't get mad because I did buy the album. Here you go. Here you go. I went and bought it for real. But yes, I had the bootleg, and that album was the one that made me more of a Alicia Keys appreciator and a fan because I thought this album, of all the albums before or since, perfectly nailed her sound and what she's able to bring to the game. So this is the point where I became, okay, I'm an Alicia Keys fan. I'm starting to see a little bit of the hype.
Yeah, I have a CD too that I bought back in 2000. Well, I bought it in 2004. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. I don't. I don't know where my CD is, but we're gonna get into that. But I got into Alicia, like you said, with Falling. And I remember when me and mom first heard it the first time, we was like, that ain't nothing but It's a Man's World. If
Yes.
you hear her playing, that's all we heard. We was like, okay, it's nice. You know what I mean? It's cool. But then a lot of people didn't really know was like, oh, it's a man's world. And me and my mom like, yes, just the chords, like just listen to it. And then what was funny, then Alicia, when she started doing her live performances, she started putting It's a Man's World into them live medleys that she was doing. So
Exactly.
I would go back to school because I was in high school at this time. I was in my senior year of high school. And I was like, I told y'all, you dummies. I tried to tell y'all that it was that. Because they try to argue me down like, no, it's not. And I'm like, it is. Like, what are y'all talking
It's
about? But
absolutely that.
and you
Yes.
can hear it, like, hello. So then then they finally realized whatever. So then, like you said, they hyped this album up so much. Songs in A minor. She was everywhere. It was like, all right, cool. Let me get this album. Well, I got it bootleg, and I'm glad that it did. But I got it bootleg, and I listened to it, and I was like, okay, all right. It's and I agree with you, Ed. I think it's the talent that we really liked more than what she was given on the album. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, I did like some songs on A minor, and my favorite song still to this day from Alicia Keys is Trouble. I love that record. Like Trouble is my favorite Alicia Keys record.
Trouble
Like
is dope.
I think that it's again that could have fit on the diary. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was.
if she could have gave me more of that on that debut, I'd have been good. But the other stuff, I was just like, all right, it was kind of reaching the overrated to me a little bit. But again, it showed the potential of what she had. It was like, okay, this girl is talented. You know what I mean? She's cool. You know what I mean? But it was just like after a while, it was like she was all over the place, and it was like it was also bothering me because she was in front of a lot of artists that came out as well. So a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people wasn't getting shine like that because of this machine of Alicia Keys, and it was just like, oh God. But I was like, you know what? I can rock with How You Don't Call Me, the Prince joint. I like Girlfriend. Like you said, she was street. So it added to that, with her braids and all that. And then she from New York. So I was like, all right, I'm with it. But after she got to the Diary of Alicia Keys, I said, okay, I'm there. I'm there. She got me. This is what I like. And I'm good with it. So that was kind of my introduction to Alicia. So
Yeah. Do you know I what 3 albums I bought when I bought Alicia Keys?
yeah.
I bought Amel LaRue Brayford. That came out a few weeks after Diary.
Okay.
Um, it came out January 2004. Diary. Um, and it had already been out a little bit, but Speaker Box Love Below. That I was running those 3 albums, like that's all I was playing. Was Alicia, Amel, and Big Boy and Andre 3000.
Me too. They all back here. I got all them too. I love them. Speak
That's
about
all
still
I would.
hold up to me.
That's all I would play. Just those 3 CDs, just all day, every day.
Wow. Wow. So yeah, because everybody with this album coming out in December. You know what I mean? It came out December 2003. So you might as well just say it's a 2004 album for real, for
Exactly.
real.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like, yo, like, and ooh, I knew them Christmas sales was serious for Alicia, like for real.
And You Don't Know My Name has started charting in 2003.
It did, yes. Yeah, it did.
Excuse me.
It did.
It was #1 in 2003.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Right.
R&B #1.
Right.
I don't know what it did on I have to look it up top wise, but R&B it was
I think
#1.
yeah, I think Yeah, I think it peaked at like number 3, but on the pop. But when y'all heard You Don't Know My Name, when you first heard that joint, like, where was y'all, like, I can never forget where the heck I'm at, but where was y'all at when y'all heard it and how did it feel and all that? Like,
Man, listen, this was the time. This was long before I didn't got Kanye up out of here because he can go and stay gone dressing like a garbage man, spaceman, whatever is going on in his mind now. This is when Kanye was still Kanye and he was
right.
delivering that soul. So he
Yes.
was able to drench that beat in soul.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
between that and Alicia doing her thing and hitting that oh Lord have mercy. I loved it. I think I heard it. I didn't even hear it in Louisville. I was back in Virginia visiting, doing something. And they always kind of broke newer records much earlier than Kentucky did. And I heard it and I was like, man, something about it reminded me of Christmas. I don't know. It's just something about like the soulful Motown Christmas joints. And when she did that, it was a throwback, but it felt new and fresh. I was like, she got one with this. And Kanye, like I said, was on that streak of production where he was really making his name. He was on fire. He could do no wrong. It was a perfect combination. Nailed it.
Yeah. I was that too. When I heard it on Hot 97 and I heard it for the first time, I said, nah, because I was so happy because I was getting kind of sick of this debut for real. Because they, like you said, they were pushing it in our face. So I was about done with it. And then in 2002, that was the big year where she won all the Grammys and all this. Yep. And it was still pushing this. And I was like, I'm about done with her, to be honest. I was about done. So finally, when I heard You Don't Know My Name, I was like, oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean? And for me, I knew the sample. I knew that main ingredient sample. My grandmother, God bless her soul, she loved main ingredient. That lady loved that group. And so again, when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's Let Me Prove My Love to You. Like, I was like, oh, okay. And then the way they flipped that, and it was just like, it felt good. It felt like fall to me. And it was just like, Alicia, I like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you ain't, singing too loud, and it's not that, and it's mild, and it's just like you can walk down the street and it feel good, which she did in the video. You know what I mean? But so it felt like that,
What? That song still feels that way to me. It didn't lose because now they played fuck out that one, but it didn't. But it was so soulful, I didn't mind. It's just like you said, it's a. She talking about hot cocoa in the song. That song feel like hot cocoa.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree.
From the first, before she even started singing, just like that song got me immediately.
Yep. Because it's like dun, dun, dun.
And it didn't feel forced. It didn't feel, everything previous to this felt forced. It's like they were like, you gonna like this whether you like it or not. I ain't have that. Like that thing just that main ingredient. You're right on that, Jay. When you hit that sample and it's familiar, but they flipped it. They didn't do like y'all favorites do today, just sing over the whole track. Don't flip it at all. Don't get me started. We a couple minutes in. I'm trying to chill.
Did he lie? No.
They flipped the sample perfectly. It took something older and made it fresh and new and relevant. It brought me in. It was like a warm hug with the cocoa. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And y'all, did the song feel like ooh?
It felt like all of it.
Yes, like it felt, and then that's when I was like, yo, who helped her with this? And that's when I found out Kanye was part of it. You know what I'm saying? When you did like him. And then after then to know that Harold Lilly also helped co-write this joint, which he did like 2 of my like favorite joints back in 2002 that I used to sing, which was Braid My Hair, because I had hair, y'all. Yes, I had hair, and I used to get it braided. So I love that record. And then what he did with Angie Stone, Easier Said Than Done off Mahogany Soul. So I was into him. So when I was like, oh, him, Alicia, and Kanye, and then you had John Stevens in the background. We didn't really know him yet. We did not know him yet. We only, this when his rise was starting to happen. You know what I mean? Like he was getting on everything because we didn't know him on Everything Is Everything. No, you didn't. So don't lie, y'all, and act like you did because you didn't. Nobody did. We didn't know who the heck he was then. But then he had like these albums that was coming, these joints that was kind of these street joints, and it was John Stevens before he was John Legend. And then to have him on there, I was like, oh, snap. Like,
He was on all the hooks.
all of them, you know what I mean? So it was just like, they got together and did so great with this record. And it was like, now I was anticipating this album. I said, okay, if we getting this, I want this. I want it.
And see, I was still skeptical though, because I liked the song, but I still was like, It wasn't until I got the bootleg and then I heard it, and you could hear while this song is pretty much like on its own, there's still, especially that second half of the album, there's that soulfulness that I wanted. And I mean, you talk about Harold Literally, we'll get to So Simple in a little while, but like there are some songs like that I just felt like were really in that mode. And that's the perfect tone and set for this woman. I don't know why they had to reinvent the wheel later, because she should have stayed in this lane, because this was perfect for her.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So,
JR, I started with remember the Catch That Mini we did by the Marvin Gaye song? And it just made me think of Set My Soul on Fire.
yes. Yeah. Damn! Oh shit!
Don't mind me, y'all.
Damn! At least you hooked me up with that one. I had to think about how you did it in the episode, but then I went and got. My mother was like, because my mom, if she liked something, she'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna need you to go buy it." But when we heard You Don't Know My Name, she was like, "Go on to Barnes and Nobles and go buy this record." I was like, do I have to? Can I get your money? Well, I gotta buy it with mine. She was like, you work, don't you? You go buy it.
She was like, make it enough.
That's all. Make it enough. Come on, movie buff. But so I went to Barnes and Noble and I went and got it. And like y'all said, when I listened to this, I said, now this is the Alicia that I want. I want this. You know what I mean? Songs in the A minor can go. Let's start with this. And Diary of Alicia Keys was everything and all that. So I was the first listen for y'all when y'all first heard it.
I think it was more along those lines. So, and we'll get to the track by track breakdown, but for the most part, that first listen, I was surprised because when I first heard the first album, it was like I was forcing myself to like it. Like I was like, I like Girlfriend, I like Goodbye, I like a couple joints, but it ain't hitting like everybody's saying it's hitting. What am I missing?
Right.
But this one, it was none of that because everything just flowed into each other. I think the sequencing was great. The production was good. There are a few missteps. We'll get to them. But for the most part, overall, from front to back, I think the length was perfect. It was exactly what she needed for her sound. So I was completely with it. If it was enough for me to go and get the real album. So that tell you something. Because usually if I hit the bootleg, I'm straight. Get a barbershop the money, they be all right. But this one, she earned her $13.99 or whatever I got from Best Buy when I copied.
Talk about it. Records was not, or albums was not cheap.
No, they were not. Especially not on release day.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's why, like Elise said, my mom said, make it enough.
It then don't wait too long after.
Yes.
It's like a little window where they'd be a little, like a few months in. It'll be a little cheap for a little while, but it'll go right back up.
It'll go from like, it'll drop, it'll be like $9.99 release day. They might move it up to $13. You wait too long, it'll be like $19.99.
Yeah.
Don't be. Can you imagine buying that Puff album that I just reviewed yesterday? $20. What am I getting $20 for that for? No. Y'all so spoiled today. Get it for free.
Maybe you can get it from the publishing that he giving everybody back.
Oh, Jay. Let me
We
get on
just
out of here.
all
'Cause I ain't gonna get shot.
hey, I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't hear from me.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Right. But this album also, I can't wait till we get into it because this album is kind of special to me because after we got the album, RIP to my uncle Raymond had passed.
Hmm.
So when we got that, we was into this album at that time. And I just remember going from Jersey to South Carolina, me, my cousin Desmond, God bless his soul, and my mom. And we played this nonstop, and it's a 9 to 10 hour trip. So if you're replaying this, you're listening to this joint like 10 times.
Yes.
Like, but everybody enjoyed it. It wasn't like, oh God, it's getting boring, take this out. Now, like Ed said, we got a few, but it's like it was great. It was just amazing. It was just I was like, yes, Alicia, yes, Alicia. And after that, I don't know what happened, but then with this, I'm with it. So we open y'all with the intro, baby.
That's what
That's
like
it. That's how. That's a, yes. That's how it is. She like Alicia got me when she was like, "Come in for a minute." I'm like, "Okay, I'm coming. All right." I'm like, "What we doing?" Okay, because then it's like, because also we all know she had piano and I in the beginning of songs in the A minor. So she comes with this, and then it's like for me, it's when the beat drop.
Yep, that's it.
Because it's like the piano starts off and then that beat drop, and it's like it's so New York, it's so street. That's why what she called this joint? I forgot.
Harlem's Nocturne. So
Nocturne. That's what she called it. I'm sorry, I called
yes,
it the intro. Sorry, y'all.
but it's the intro. You good, but you right. And this is again why this album worked because she was doing her little piano thing, which we know her for, but she kept it street. Like that beat drop, it was so hip hop. But
Yes.
it wasn't the hip hop didn't overpower the R&B. Again, I need y'all to take notes today and make sure that the hip hop is an element, is a garnish of this R&B meal we putting together. That's what it was. So I love that she included that. It felt very authentic.
Yes. And you know her for being from New York. That's what if you a New Yorker, it brought you in. It was like this feels like home. You know what I mean? So it was good. You know what I mean? And then it was just like, and then again, people not doing no dope intros like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we not getting a lot of that either. Like people just to the point to the album and that's it. But I think with Alicia, with her opening, it's like getting you prepared. Like she like, come in for a minute. I got some thoughts I want to tell y'all. I want to sit there. it's me and you in this room right now, like she said. So let's hear my thoughts. You know what I mean? I think it's getting you prepared on what you're gonna hear. And I think her opening with that was great.
Exactly. I mean, an album, I say it all the time. An album is a story, it's a movie. And for this 1 hour, or however long this album is, I'm going to introduce you to this story. That's the difference between an album and an old playlist. There's just a bunch of random songs all over the place. She's going to sit you down. This the intro. This Star Wars, when them little credits be all slanted and they be going up. That's what this is for her.
Yes. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. All right, so then we go into Karma. You on mute, girl.
I was at her groove. Okay.
Yeah, we was at her rock. I'm like, is she really grooving there?
Oh, I was just like, who are you? Talking about a family.
We're gonna be doing a lot of this episode, y'all. So be prepared.
Just be ready. And it deserves it. Crucial did the thing on this one. I love this because I think I had my little bootleg before this came out as a single. And I was like, this need to be somebody's single because this joint, I love this. And it's a perfect way to just like, you want to start your album off with some energy. And this was a perfect way to do that. I love this one.
I agree. Them violins and the drums is really the stars of this record. Like, that's why I really love the video. You know what I mean? Like when it starts with her in the train station and it's just her playing and you got the dude that's, on there doing the drums and all that. Like, it's like you said, it's so street. It gives you energy. It's that. Again, I'm gonna say this a lot in this episode. It felt so New York to me. You know what I mean? It felt like home. It was just like, okay, all right, Alicia. And like you said, the hip hop of it didn't take over the R&B at all. It was like it was under there. Like you felt it, but you knew this was an R&B record. And Alicia Keys, she perfected that marriage so well on this project. And I think starting it off with Karma was just like, all right, I'm not playing with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not playing. Like,
I remember when I was sitting home alone. That song is so
Yeah, she was on it.
many little moments in it.
Cause it's like she's spitting. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, especially when she at that bridge, like she's spitting. You know what I mean? And then it's a lot of people that can't do that, like the girls now. But it's just she she's like, she's spitting, but she's like singing, but she's really spitting on it. You know what I mean? And then come on, Karma. This life lessons. What goes up must come down. Well, you know what I mean? What goes around comes around. Like it's like you can live by these lyrics, you know what I mean? And it's just and then you can tell in this video too, Alicia gave you some more glamour in the video. Because Alicia really wasn't glamorous in her videos like that, if that's what you people wanted. But this video you saw when she was with the pink piano, shout out to the AKAs, and she with the pink piano and then the green little jumpsuit she had, Alicia wearing heels and all that, because she was very tomboyish. So it was like in this video, she was giving you a little bit more glamour. Like it was like, all right, Alicia, all right. She like, y'all, I'm more than my cornrows, so yes. You know what I mean? Like that's what I thought. So I was like, this dope video. She started off the album well with Karma. I was like, come on, energy. I'm here for it.
See, that was a good point too about her transitioning into glam, because you got to remember, if y'all won't outside, you probably don't remember early Alicia Keys, and people used to talk about her like, oh, why she dressed like a dude, whatever, you know how we did in early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
But like this was the transition when she started to do that a little bit more. Now the next album, when they try to turn her to super pop star, I got beef with that, but that's another combo entirely. That's when she really went down that road. But for here again, and y'all gonna hear us say this a million times, the perfect balance of being able to do who she is and who she was and where her, her background is, but then to take it up to that next superstar level. She did that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we getting the Heartburn.
All right, now. This is my first one.
Ooh.
You know
I don't like Heartburn, y'all.
Really?
Yes,
wow.
This was the most, I don't know if most, that sounds strong. But as I think I talked about last episode, and everybody know, I'm a huge fan of Timbaland, Missy, the Super Friends. So when I heard that Tim produced this joint, I'm like, okay, because it was guaranteed hit. And I'm not saying that everything Timbaland produced got to sound like, frogs burping or babies giggling. Like he always do that weird stuff. It's cool for him to try some different stuff.
Right.
I don't know. This just didn't fit for her for me. It felt like it might have worked for someone else. I don't know what it is, but it didn't seem like a clean fit. The song technically is sound. Like everybody, the production is good. Everything. It just didn't feel like a good fit for her to me. So this is one of my least favorites.
Wow. For me, when this took me back to the 70s funk to me.
Yeah.
And that's what I got from it. And you're coming out of Karma, it's the energy. So you're starting the album off. You want people to really be, you know what I mean? Because this, I could just imagine James Brown on this. I could just imagine him just screaming like, Fred, like when them horns is in. And to me, I just felt like Alicia and Timbaland was kind of like jamming in the studio, and it was just like, this is what we came up with. But and on the other hand, I think it could have probably worked a little better with somebody else. That I can agree with.
You know who should have sang this song?
Who?
Janelle Monáe.
Absolutely.
Least I'm about to get Janelle on the phone. Yes.
Period.
Perfect. That is what we needed. And again, this song ain't bad. It just Alicia didn't The next level never hit for me. Janelle would have been around there back when she was wearing that tux every other day. I ain't talking about now when she's naked all the time. When she had the tux on, when she had the penguin suit, she would have tore this up, y'all.
She would have. And that's why, and then live, Janelle would have ate this up live. Yeah. That's why for me, I actually like the unplugged of Heartburn better than the album version for me. Even though I like it, but I love the unplugged version because you can hear it musically. Like they going in on that joint.
That is very true. Yes.
And they like going in on that joint. You know what I mean? And then for Alicia, when she was on the Fashion Rock, y'all remember that performance that's when I think everything kind of switched for Alicia. When she started getting up from that piano.
Yep.
That's when everything switched for her. So when she got up and did this performance of Heartburn, now y'all Alicia Keys fans know I ain't lying. Alicia can't dance, and that's just what it is. We know it. It is what it is. Like we're not gonna say lie and act like Alicia can dance. You know she can. You know what I mean? But that performance, it was like she was trying to give something, and it was kind of like, Alicia, I see what you're doing, but it's not coming across like I wanted to. But I was like, all right, Alicia, even though afterwards I was like, cute girl, cute. You know what I mean? Like,
before anybody get in their feelings about saying she can't dance, we done said that about a lot of people, including your favorites, Mariah and Whitney. We have said that multiple times. So
absolutely,
equal opportunity.
I don't know why would somebody get mad? It's the truth. I saw Alicia live in 2002. 2000 was like my first big date I had with my now wife. We went to see her and Donnell Jones, and she did a little part where she tried to do her little two-step with her crew behind her, and I was like, I think it was on Girlfriend. And I was like, go back to the piano.
You can see her in the video when she's dancing the Girlfriend. It looked off because she's not a dancer. It's just not what it is.
Not your ministry. Go back to the piano. Go back to the ministry.
And that's when I think everything started going down. And you started seeing a lot of Alicia's flaws. When you see that somebody's hot and they are great and they're giving great music, a lot of their flaws are not being shown. And we talked about that with Mariah. Like when Tommy had it, you didn't see a lot of Mariah's flaws at all. But once he left, and she started doing other stuff. Then you like, ooh, wait a minute, hold up.
Because
this Honey video where she's trying to dance ain't looking too swift. That's why they had the slow-mo that motherfucker. like, oh, nah. You know what I mean? So Alicia with Heartburn, I think Janelle Monáe would have ate this live. She would have killed it. You know what I mean? But I think, even though I still think it's a good song, but I agree. I think somebody else and Janelle would have bodied this. She could have put this on like the Arthur Android or Electric Lady, to be honest, and that joint would have fit. It would have fit
perfectly. Yes, great point.
Good said.
I really like the song. I think I like the production because it's probably one of my least favorite vocal performances on the album.
Well,
but I like the song as a whole. And the production is so loud, it kind of hides some of the voicing in that song.
I think that's my beef with it. I think it's too loud for her, and I feel like she can't keep up with it. It's just something. It's good, but it ain't good for her, and it's hard for me to put my finger on it. But for years, it was just not a good mesh to me.
You know, and that's why. And going to the next song, If I Were Your Woman, and Walk On By. I love the track listing on how she did it because it's like you started with Karma, right? And this is hip hop, it's street, whatever, you know what I mean? Then you go into Heartburn, which is a 70s type of flavor.
Yep.
So then you go into If I Were Your Woman, which is 70s as well. So it's like, okay, Alicia, I see what you're doing here. You're keeping us in this 70s range. I just gave you 70s funk. Now I'm about to give you some 70s soul. But then I'm going to throw on some hip-hop joint. Because she messed me up with that. Because when I heard, doom, yeah, and then she like, hey, Mo B dropping on me. And I'm like, where's she going with this? And then Biggie's Warning comes in.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh. And then she starts, If I Were Your Woman. I was like, oh. And I was like, yo, this is nuts. I was like, okay, I'm here for it, Alicia. I'm here for it.
Now her on If I Were Your Woman on the album, that's kind of one of the best vocals on the album of her, especially the beginning part. Like for her, like on the album.
Yeah, because it's her lower register. People
And
need to understand.
She sounds
yes,
good.
So good. Like it's very low, and she sounds great with it. She
But everybody, we talk about this all the time, JR,
yes,
is so many singers that have a beautiful lower range and they run from it.
yes,
They
yeah,
run from but it's because a lot of audience perception is if you sing high, you can sing they low, take it or leave it outside of a couple, if it ain't Tony or Anita, they ain't really checking for the low register girls.
you
right,
you beat me to it. That's the problem. I all the time on Soul and Stereo, we have these thing debates. Who the best singer? And so can't sing. And no, it's not because they can't sing. It's because whatever is in our brain, if you can't hit the highest of notes and you
yeah,
ain't running like crazy and hollering
yeah,
and screaming, you can't sing. And that's not true. And then we have
yeah.
artists like Alicia who sound incredible in her range, but then she started trying to reach like Stretch Armstrong, and then we in big trouble. Stay in your lane, man. So I wish artists would just learn to stay in their lane and stop trying to chase, that
Yeah,
big reaction from the audience and the fans by hitting these notes that good and as well, and you don't need to be chasing.
at all, at all, at all.
Because it's a lot. I mean, I'm talking even like the great vocalists that are known for their vocals. I would rather hear Mariah singing lower register all day. Just give me a whole album of that. I like it's just so velvety right there. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
Mm-hmm.
big artists, like it's like okay, I know the high thing is your thing, but go visit the lower register sometime because that is
And that's why I think a lot of us love Layla because
Yes,
she knows that it's such it feels like warm. It's so warm. You know
yes,
what I mean? And I always can throw my favorite artist into it. Mary, everybody loved the Mary album because that's all she did was she stayed low. It's when she get out of there, that's when people start throwing the Mary can't sing because it's out of her range. It's like, girl, stay here. It's good. It's sweet. And with Alicia, she did that with this. It wasn't going high. It wasn't doing none of that. And she stayed level and it sounded so good. And that's what my mom actually liked about it. Because Gladys is my favorite and Gladys is hers. So we are very typical of somebody trying to cover a Gladys record. So we hear Alicia doing it, she's staying level, and the beat is so hard. My mom's like, I like this. She liked it so much. This is for real. We were driving to South Carolina, like I said in the beginning, and we was like a mile away from my grandma and a mile away from the house. My mother, as soon as that joint came on, she blasted it so loud. When we pulled up to the house, my grandma was like, I heard y'all a mile away. Y'all woke me up playing this mess. And my mother was like, don't it sound good? Don't Alicia sound good? My grandma was like, well, first of all, you woke me up. That's number one. And number two, she was like, good that I like it because Alicia, her voice, she was like, I don't like when she was doing all that falling, and my grandma had me rolling when she said, when Alicia be trying to go for this note, you see her vein on the side. So
yes,
you
I do.
know. Like, she was like,
Yes,
you know, she's like Ed said, she's pulling for a note. Like she's really pulling. But If I Were Your Woman, she was so chill and so relaxed. And that's why I was like, Alicia, you can stay here, girl. Like, you good. You know what I mean? But like y'all said, it's all about when you're on, stage and you hit that long note or high note, the crowd loses it. But I'm like, we losing it on these songs because if you see on Twitter, and I was shocked about it, this was one of the songs that a lot of people went up for. And I was like, wow, like they was going up for If I Were Your Woman. And it's because, like Elise said, that low register. People was
yes.
talking about that because that's one thing people really discuss when it comes to Alicia. a lot of times she out of her range. Girl on Fire, hello,
Good
and it
Lord.
was just like,
And you know what? I don't. I actually don't mind when she go high. I just don't like when she stays there because it's part
yeah,
of If I Were You, and she does a little high thing, and I think it's kind of cute. But then she go back into it. I don't mind her high voice, but
right,
I don't want to hear 5 minutes of it straight.
Yes. At least I
right,
talk about it
And
all the time. Peaks and
I think
valleys. We need peaks and valleys. Y'all was
yes,
here the whole time. Bring it down.
and on the song when she goes high, she cracks a little, but it's in a way it kind of gives a vulnerability to the song,
Yeah.
so it don't even sound like a mess up or a bad thing. Like it rides with the song and it's fine.
mm-hmm.
I don't mind it
Yeah,
at
I
all.
agree.
But it's
I agree.
stay there. I ain't with that. I don't like. I really don't like anybody who stay way up there all the time,
I'm
No.
unless
like,
that is
yeah,
your primary key. Unless your name was Minnie or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
yeah,
That's your baseline. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
That
don't
I
like
think
people
that's what happened with Whitney when she's like everybody. The first two albums, everybody wanted to see her go to the high range and whatever. Whitney got to "I'm Your Baby Tonight" and say, "Y'all, I'm gonna give y'all where I'm comfortable, I'm chilling, I'm good, I'm relaxed." That's why I love that era so much because she was so relaxed and it all wasn't all about hitting them high registers. Whitney, like, I'm gonna give you what I give you, and y'all gonna take it or leave it. That's when she started really being shady to them interviewers. I love that too. So, like, so for me, it was like the "I'm Your Baby Tonight" era is everything because she's relaxed and she's like, all right, okay, y'all love that, but I'm gonna do this too. You know what I mean? And I think again, when Alicia got to, "If I Were Your Woman," "Walk On By," yeah, it's "Walk On By" too, y'all. Shout out to Isaac Hayes,
Yeah. Shout out
get
there
him.
too.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just she did her thing on it and kept it street. That's what I loved. It was just so street, and she didn't do what Gladys did on the record. I mean, she can't, but at the end of the day, it's just like she did. Alicia did what she did on this record, and it's a favorite of mine for sure, for sure.
And of course, shout out to the big homie BIG because that sample just made it. Made it.
Oh, listen, I really wanted to start. Who the fuck is this?
Yes,
Page to
that's
me
a
if I like. I
546
really wanted to
on
go
there.
in. Yes, like I really want to go in, like, but I was like, okay, I see how you doing it, and then Kill just got into an argument with somebody because Easy Mo B is on it as a producer, and they like, well, Warren is using another sample as well, but I'm like, y'all, she's not using the sample of Warning, she's using the
She's a
whole
yeah,
Warning,
she's using
so
a
that's
warning.
why she says Easy Mo B drop it on me, like she's
Right.
not using the sample he used, she's using that. So that's why he's
Exactly.
a producer. Kill got into a big argument. So I had, yeah, Kill, you were right. So I'm gonna show you some love because sometimes you be a little off. Love you, but
Shout out to my homie. Show
he know
love when he get it right.
I love him. That's my big bro. He know it, but sometimes, baby, woo, something. Yes, at least don't he? Yes. Sometimes at least just be like, no, like no, no.
But Kill don't argue with me though.
Right. He don't argue with her. He'll just be like, yeah, at least you right. Me, I get the arguments. Nah, son. Nah.
That's just the whole part with 5B crew. They all scared of me, and I don't know why, because I ain't did nothing to them.
I was like, at least what you be doing to these brothers? You got them shook over there.
I ain't did a thing. Like real
A
life.
thing. They be on their best behavior when she on there.
I guess they see how I treat JR. They like
that's what it is. They like, nah, we ain't getting that. Like, nah, we nah.
y'all don't know. JR be provoking me. That's what it is.
Oh, absolutely. Mom ain't raised no fool. Like, no, yes. Like
It ain't us.
but they don't catch it. They not gonna catch the things that I do, you do, but they're not.
They don't have a show called Catch That. But
that part,
Real talk.
But
Real
now
talk.
we got somebody like Ed, because Ed gonna catch everything.
Yes,
Believe me,
Lord.
y'all. Believe me.
You already know.
Yeah,
and then we had Don't Know My Name, which we talked about from the top.
But I love the ending because that's the radio version. I love the ending. The last 30 seconds where it's just the violin and it goes out. Oh,
Yes.
it's like
Masterful.
emotional to me. Like, it just hits your
And then
heartstring.
and we talked a little bit about it on the violins on Karma. Like I just love when it's just I'm a sucker for a violin. I'm a sucker for some real instrumentation. Not
Yeah,
no vibes or whatever y'all talking about today. Real instrumentation, not this old
yeah,
static that sounds like TV static. Y'all call them the beat, but actual instrumentation. And just to wrap it up, it's the end of this little scenario because it already
yeah.
plays out like a little TV show. The way it just
Yes,
ends up. Oh,
yes,
masterful. They did that.
yes. It kind of reminds me of like how fairy tales with Anita ends. It
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like that. It was just like, this is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I just love that. I love that when you let the music shine. There was no Alicia wasn't singing. It wasn't no beat. It was none of that. It was just that violin just going out the way it did. I thought that was amazing. Yeah, yeah, I love that. Oh, okay. If I ain't got you, y'all can have it.
I
Uh,
see. See, we were
y'all can have
talking
it.
a little bit off air about some of these songs on the second half of the album, and
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was going to be shade time when we hit this. I will say that I do like this song because I do like the writing of the song. But the problem I have with the song is even beyond "You Don't Know My Name," Lord, they wore this out. This is the falling of this album because they would
Yes.
not let it go. But as a song, when I first heard the album, I thought it was cool. I just got tired of it. That's really my bigger beef with it than anything. We're gonna talk about the clone later on. That's to come.
This song, it can go for me, y'all. Like, I just can't deal with it. Like you said, this is the falling of it. Again, I'm gonna talk about this a lot on this episode. I can go back to the unplug and hear it. Just like falling. I
Mm-hmm.
can hear falling on unplug. I can't hear the original version. On If I Ain't Got You, the writing is great. To know she was inspired by Aaliyah's death. That's what I heard. That it came from that. That was the
Yep.
inspiration of this record and all that. Great. But this song was just too much. I even liked when Usher came in to do the duet or whatever that they had, and it was kind of going around and he jumped on and whatever. It was just something different, a different voice to it. I was like, all right, I could deal with it. But this song, again, it can go away in a foreign land and never come back over here again. I just cannot deal with this song. Like, they ran it. It was on black, white, contemporary, rock, freaking country. It was just like I could not get away from this. I was like, I can't do it. I was like, now, like when that joint plays, I'll be like, turn it off now. I'll be like, please. I'll be like, I can't do this. I'm like, I'm sorry. Alicia, look, you seen this girl, you did your thing, you got your look. They love it. The contemporaries love it, but that's just one that I can't do. Great writing, but no. You
You
have
know
it.
what? I'm gonna do JR's thing, and I'm gonna pick the little thing um in the song that I actually really do like.
Okay.
You will find every little fuck shit in a song. That's what she do me, y'all. That's how she do me. Yeah, it can be a bad song, and I'm gonna find something good in it. That just goes to show you I couldn't find nothing good in this. But go ahead, Elise.
No, no, don't do that. You did. You said you liked the writing, so don't even
Yeah.
Oh, right.
it's
Okay,
Yeah.
right,
It's
right. Y'all
good.
right. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Bring me back in.
it's just causing I ain't got you right. Like this one is just a piano and she's
Mm-hmm.
singing. I like that part. I
I
do.
do too.
I won't sing along to nothing else to that part.
I will say I like and
Fine, I
appreciate
sing
the
along
song.
too.
I just got tired of it. You mentioned Usher earlier. I'll listen to this a million times before I listen to that My Boo song. So I'll take this over that thing.
Oh my God, Jesus.
I don't know what third grader wrote that, but thankfully
I,
that on this album. This on
I
another
can't
album.
believe, and then it was a number one song. Like, who
Why?
was buying this? Like, who was buying that song? Who?
People like people like that song. I have got so many arguments with people, and I'm like, ugh, and they're like, really, what's wrong with the song? I'm like, what's right
What's
with it?
right with it? It is
No, a lot of people
so juvenile.
like we have to remember, us, we can have our opinions, but people do like like that song.
Wow. Wow.
People do.
I mean, it was
I would think, I thought it was just because of how hot Alicia was off the Diary. Usher was on fire. So all of that put together.
Well, that's the answer to your question, JR. That's why it was so big.
Yep.
That's
And
true. I
people like
think
it.
that's why it was so
Well,
big, but it sure want the quality.
two monster fan bases of not people that was hot, people that were hot in that moment.
Right.
Ursula?
Right.
Come on, Ursula now.
Right. He had Jive all behind him, and then you had Alicia Keys that had Jay, Tupac. What? Yeah, that's why all the marketing dollars went to work. You hear me?
But as much as I love Usher, it's bad that a song had Usher, and I was I mean, I'm still crazy about Usher, but I was real crazy about Usher then. And for me to not like the song and Usher on it, I love Usher.
I ain't like it. I ain't like the video. I didn't like the vocal performance. I hated the writing. I hated the beat. I hated everything.
Bad.
It was bad. It was bad.
At least it was a hot beat. They might have could have salvaged something, but that beat was trash. He ran. Look, if you like that song, I don't understand.
I don't either.
I'll put you on the prayer list. I ain't even just how to make it up.
That song for me, that's bad.
Yeah.
Usher don't do much wrong in my
eyes.
it's bordering on standum.
yeah. Oh, girl. Yes. But yeah, if I ain't got you, it's beautifully written. I'm not gonna deny that at all. It is a well written joint, but I just can't take it because again, like Ed, they played it all the time, and it was like, all right, y'all, like,
the kind of singer that should have been on that song is somebody with a church voice. That would have been banana.
Oh, listen, you get my girl Kelly on there and let her get to going crazy on that second half. It's over.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. Now it makes sense.
Yep.
You could have had somebody to bring that joint to church.
Especially the part that I like. Could you imagine a church singer saying, "It's fine," all that growling stuff? Oh, child.
Yeah.
Oh, this was a choir. That song ain't never going in. They're going to repeat that for about 17 minutes.
Yeah. But you're right.
Somebody say, "Take your time." Be like,
yeah, take that.
The nerve. Oh. We trying to go watch football and go to Korea. What is you doing?
Like that, Alicia. Like Alicia be like that sometimes. Like if she'll be like, somebody be at church or whatever, and they be like, "Take your time." What the heck you mean? Take your time. the heck you mean? Like, yo, we already like 15 minutes into the song. What you mean take your time?
Man, I love the Black Church.
Oh,
they will
God,
stretch one song for 45 minutes.
Alicia to see that part. I can't wait to thank you, Elise, bringing that up so Elisa can see that. Oh my God. But you know what was so funny, and I laugh at it? When her and Jamie Foxx did it at the Grammys.
I don't even remember that.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I don't remember that.
You will laugh. That's all I gotta say.
That's a show I ain't seen much. That's a award show that I haven't seen many performances because I never was into them. It's only
you did say that. You did say that.
I know I saw it at the time, but I don't remember.
Shows I watched. I watch it for the music performances, but I just never because even my favorite artists, it's like everything would just be so dry on there. So I just like.
And it definitely is now because I don't watch it.
You ain't missing none. I don't
No,
even watch them. You ain't missing none.
no. I'll be like, I'll just wait till tomorrow and when everybody put it up on clips and stuff so I can see it then because I'm not wasting my time like at all. John is a mess. Sorry, y'all. We really going into details.
We really are, but you ain't wrong either.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
true.
sure,
We
they
and we
don't go off to
lying.
like 1 a.m. I'm like, I gotta go to work in the morning. It's a school night.
Hello. Shoot, I ain't got school. The heck? I gotta work. I literally gotta pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. All right, Diary.
Here it go. Here it go. This was the song where I was like, this is the one. Oh, she killed this song. This is it.
The first song that I played on the album over and over again. This was the first song that I did. It's like I couldn't pass it. I was like, hey, you got Tony on here. And then Jermaine Paul. Oh.
Well, see, before we get to Jermaine, I'm going to ask y'all if this happened to you. So I listened to, well, you got to remember, like, I guess I had the bootleg. So I maybe didn't even know it was Tony. But when I found out later that, you know, it says Diary featuring Tony, I was like, this dude ain't Tony. So who is this? I was so confused for like a year because I had no idea who this was.
He none of them three niggas.
No. I was like, who? This ain't Tony nor Tony. So like, who is this dude singing on this song? Because he is taking all of Alicia's lunch money, gas money, rent money. He ran away with his joint. Who is this brother?
I won't tell.
I won't tell. Your secrets.
It's safe with me, dog.
You need to go away. Yo said he ain't one of them three niggas.
I know who he was.
No, because at first they didn't even have his name on it. They just had featuring Tony, and that was it. So I'm waiting for Raphael to come in, and I'm like, well, I know that ain't him.
That ain't.
And then I'm waiting for maybe Dwayne to come in. That ain't Dwayne. Timothy don't sing, so I'm like, who? And then when you saw it, then you had to look in them liner notes, and then it was like, okay, you know, Jermaine Paul. And I guess after the special edition came out, he was like, can I get my name on this, please?
He better.
I mean, but you're right. Like, he ate Alicia, like, for real. Like, when they got to that vocal battle, you know what I'm saying? And they were back and forth. I was like, ooh. I'm like, ooh, but I was like, Alicia, you holding it down, girl. Like, I ain't gonna knock you though, but Jermaine coming for blood. And then when he did, anytime they do it live, he really go for blood. And I'd be like, ooh.
My man earned his place in R&B history with this performance. Yeah. I ain't never seen a one-sided beat down vocally like that. But regardless, I love this song. By far the best song on this album. My favorite Alicia Keys song, period. Man, he killed this.
Okay. Oh, I love the writing of it too.
Yes.
Because when she said, I feel such a connection even when you're far away. That's some shit I want. What? Woo!
It's the cadence, like in that.
Yes.
When she do the phone number and run that thing together, I'm like, okay.
That's very Tony-ish, because y'all know they give phone numbers.
They do.
They give phone numbers, so it makes sense that they was on this. And for people, when they say Tony, y'all know it's a full band. So the whole band is on this.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just not just the other two, you know, members that y'all think. Tony is a band. So yeah, at first I was just like y'all, because I'm like, wait a minute, where Raphael at? I don't hear no background, I don't hear nothing. Because one thing Elise said on our episode we did with Tony with Vern, she said, even if Raphael is not in the front, you're gonna hear him on the background.
Yeah, at some point, right?
You're gonna hear him like on Slow Wine.
Slow Wine.
You hearing Raphael, but Dwayne is lead, but you gonna hear him some way. So for me, like Ed, like you, I'm like, well, I don't hear any backgrounds from
No.
Raphael. Where's he at? But then I said, wait a minute, the band. They are a band. Raphael was the only one that wasn't there. Everybody else was. You know what I mean? And it's just, and then for Dwayne on that guitar, and then it's just, this is a beautiful song. Like, definitely. And I was glad that it ended up being a single. You know what I mean? So I think it wasn't the last single because the last single was Karma, right?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Okay, so it was yeah. I'm glad that they made this a single. You know, I think it probably was after If I Ain't Got You, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been the third.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
was the third one. Yeah.
Okay, so I was happy that we had a new single.
Yes.
So I was glad we had a new single. So I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm good for it. So yes,
I had to look it up because I remember this was on a single. It was a double A side single with If I Ain't Got You, and this was when it first came out.
Really?
Oh wow.
I didn't know
And I
that.
Okay.
thought I remembered that, and I just looked it up, and that's correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
I didn't know that.
damn! You learn something new every day. Wow! So then they realized how good it was and really made that shit a
Yeah, they were
name.
like, let's
That's
run
what
with
that
this.
was.
And then it made it its own. Then it got a maxi. It got a maxi single and a 12 inch. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
I wouldn't
beautifully
mind
written
finding
song.
that. I'm going to look that up.
I'm saying.
I would definitely
Yes,
get that 12. Oh,
yes.
Now, see,
Agreed.
I only got one issue with this song, and I had nothing to do with the song. It has to do with my African American brothers and sisters. Why y'all always making up names for songs? I done heard this song called Secrets. I done heard it called Your Secrets. The song is called Diary. Why y'all making up names for this song? Call
He
it
says
Diary.
it.
Say it by its name. Say her name. It's Diary.
You know we good for that. Oh, we good for that. We will be good to make up a title.
We have
Oh,
made up a whole title. Your Secrets. Like, what?
especially that gentleman on the screen that'll be to the left of me.
Let me find out.
oh, I'm good for that. Oh, oh, oh. What? I am good for that. And I done did it a couple of times on the show and at least be like, Like I'm thinking I'm talking and I'm gonna go past it. At least don't let me live. I'm telling y'all. Cause she's a writer and she's good and she don't play when it comes to people's names and song
Right,
titles.
right. Me too.
Like make sure you get it right. This is what it is. I just be talking and I be in it. What you say?
Well, just don't call this
So when you
secrets, and
said it,
we
I
be
was
all
like,
right.
that's when I put my head down. And I was like, oh, please don't say he gonna say about naming songs. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, please. I was like, oh, please. And yeah, I'm good for that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
It's
I knew this
called
was
Diary.
Diary.
It's
Yes, it's
Diary.
Diary.
Not your secrets.
I was just like, how you get that one wrong? And that's the name of the album. That's
I
you know
don't know. I don't know.
that's technically the title track.
Yes.
technically it
The
is.
album is not called Secret Safe with Me. That's Tony Braxton. That's the wrong album. It's Diary, y'all.
I'm gonna start calling secret. I ain't never heard anybody say secret safe for me. That's funny. That is great.
Yes.
I might call it that from now on.
See, now I done
Thanks to
started.
Ed.
How done
Thanks
got
to
y'all
Ed.
started?
We gonna put, girl, I'm gonna put this on Twitter and I'm gonna tag Ed right and I'm gonna be, yo, that's wow. Your secret's safe with me. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, me and
Well,
JR are not good people. So sorry.
no, and you really at all. And you realize this is freaking Napster and Kazaa and LimeWire days.
Yep,
That's when
true.
you knew. You're right, Ed. People would put that into titles on there.
You wouldn't know what the song was called.
No,
Yes. It was some
no.
little Mo song I had. I can't even remember what it was. The song is Tada. That's the song. But they hadn't called it something else. I don't know what they called it. I was like, oh, that's what it's called?
Oh, they were good for that
Make
on
up
them.
something.
Man.
I remember when I had downloaded it was Jill Scott. It was Experience Live, whatever, with One Time, which is
Mm-hmm.
with Eric Roberson.
Yeah.
But where I downloaded it, it said somebody else. So in my head, I thought it was somebody else singing with her for the longest. It said, was it another Eric? No, I can't remember what it's, but it was another singer that was out at the time that they had featuring. And so for years, I didn't know it was Eric Roberson because of the, even though I eventually bought the real thing, but I didn't look out.
That happened. That's
Eric
what it
from
was.
Blackstreet.
Yeah. That was back then. That was. I hate it here. But they used to do that. Like I'm telling you, lie to y'all not. It would be New Edition. If you want to download New Edition's Candy Girl, they would say Jackson 5 Candy Girl.
Yep.
They would do that. That would be it. Y'all had to be there with LimeWire and Kazaa. It messed up your computers like shit. But those was the days. And mind you, they were still selling at that time. We might have been getting it, but albums were still selling. People were still going out to get them. You know what I mean? Even the bootlegs were still. Because Alicia sold what, like 618,000 copies the first week?
And I sure had that bootleg. So like,
right,
and I
you had the bootleg, and it's still damn near. So it went gold the first week.
Right,
it ain't happening no more.
Oh
but
no,
it ain't. But again, it's just yeah. The names of some of these songs on these LimeWires and stuff used to be hilarious. So probably. Your Secret is Safe with Me probably was on.
Yeah, that's probably where it came from. That's why y'all.
It's probably what it was. Yes. Oh God, but great song, y'all. It's yes, amazing song. Great. All righty, Dragon Days.
Have you heard the dance mix of this?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
I don't remember. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. I'll listen to it after this.
Experience, yeah.
Your secret dance mix. I'll go find it.
Yeah.
Dragon Days. Mixes, dub. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So yes, Dragon Days and the fire's hot.
All right. So Dragon Days, to me, this is where the album slow down just a little bit. Like I like Dragon Days, but I don't like it as much. I feel like the sequencing from like, if I was your woman, you don't know my name, I ain't got you. She was just like bam, 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 bam. This is when it started to slow a little bit. Dragon Days was cool. Again, I like the writing on it, but it's all right. It kind of drags like the dragon, but it's a decent song.
I hate it here again.
It lived up to his name.
It dragged like the dragon. I hate it. Y'all think we mad? Please. But I'm with you, Ed. I agree. I think it's all right. It's an all right song to me. Like, it's just like, okay, I could take it or leave it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. And it's just like, I also felt like it was kind of like a part two to the interlude a little bit musically.
Yeah,
me.
I can hear that.
I was like, okay. I was like, all right, Alicia. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess this is like, okay, now we're at side B. So I want to give y'all a little bit. This is the start of side B. You know what I mean? If you still had the cassette and had to flip it over, y'all, or you had the automatic where it flipped over for you. These kids would never know about cassettes. But I'm like, I don't know. Not at all. But yeah, I think the song is all right. Again, I think this is also Alicia in her Feel Like New York bag. You know what I mean? Because it does, but it's all right. I'm all right with it.
You know, she's kind of giving me in this song. Well, not her. Yeah. I don't know if it's the song giving it or if it's her giving it. It almost has like kind of this Donna Summer kind of like smoldering coming up things like that.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know if it's her that's giving it or if it's the production that's giving it, but I like that aspect.
I feel like it's more the production giving it, but she's riding that wave. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not my favorite song on the album, but I like it.
Yeah, I don't skip it. It's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. If it's playing, I ain't skipping it. I'm like, all
And
right,
I
I'm
do
gonna
like I
get
like
another drink.
pretty much like the writing of the whole album for the most part.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. The writing is nothing to play
I
with
just thought
at
I'm
all.
like, fuck wrote that? No, I'm more like, who the fuck wrote that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, right. Alicia's right, and not to be played with on this album at all, at all. We go to Wake Up. Now, this is my favorite song on the album.
Really?
Period. My favorite song on the album. This song is soulful as hell.
Yes.
That's just me. I'm just a soulful head. You can you can feel the soul on this record. Now we talked about Gladys Knight. If I Were Your Woman, I can see Gladys Knight doing something like this. I can see her doing a record like this back in like let's say 72, like kind of like her. This is kind of Alicia's version of Friendship Train with Gladys Knight and the
Mm.
Fifth. It's a story behind it. It's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, we're fighting for this, and y'all better wake up. And you know what I'm saying? So I felt like vocally how she's attacking it to me is very Gladys Knight to me. So I loved it. It's just soulful as hell. It's just I played this over and over again. Like after Diary, it was this. I was like, I cannot stop playing this joint. Like the way it just like boom, 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 boom. I was like, I loved it. I love this record. Like I was like, and Alicia, she sounded good on it, and you know, she was like, now all our battles is your ego and your pride.
Yeah,
Now, that's a lyric right
that's
there.
the
Like
bar right there.
that
That
is
is the
a
bar.
bar right there. Like what? Who? That's why you was like the writing and then the horns. I think I'm not horns. God, I love horns so much, y'all. No, I mean the violin.
Mm-hmm.
The violin is life on this record. Like it's just whoever's playing it, ugh, everything. So this is my favorite song on the album for real.
What's the time period when everybody was going crazy over like the hip hop violinists? Was this time?
That was
Yes,
around. Yep, that was this
it was
time.
around this time.
Mary Ben Nari. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
A lot of records out this time. R&B records had a lot of strings in them.
Yep.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
violin crazy, which I love a violin. I love a sax. So like I was with it, but this was the era for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you're using some sort of instrument, I'm very happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
That part. That part. Yeah.
Order, just let it be an instrument.
Do people even know what an instrument is now?
No.
There's a reason why
and
y'all
the
hearing
choir
crickets.
goes quiet.
Right.
And the choir went quiet, as you can see how that went.
Ugh. I just reviewed that Puffy album. I'm in my feelings, so don't get me started about
Oh Lord, I haven't listened to it yet. I haven't.
Do not rush. You ain't missing nothing.
Oh.
You ain't missing
Well,
nothing.
I figured I wasn't anyway.
Go to soulandstereo.com.
I sure will. So then I ain't gotta listen to it. So I'm good. I will go right there and
I'll tell you the 3 songs to listen
honest and to the point. Yes.
Hey, Hov did that, so hopefully you ain't got to go through that.
Yes. That's my mantra. Man, I'm taking all these bullets for y'all.
Good day, he's shot. Oh, God. Oh man. All right. I mean, so did y'all like the song? Did y'all like Wake Up? Y'all good with it?
Oh yeah, we ain't talk about that. So this song, you hit it. Like I love the production. The performance was just all right. So like Jagged Days and this one are the two where I'm like, these I don't skip them, but I don't like if I put on the album, I'm not gonna rush to it like I would rush to Diary. Like if it's on, cool. There's another one it's fine.
Right.
It's fine.
You know what I feel about this song, JR?
Nothing.
Not a lot. I wouldn't say nothing. But when I was re-listening to it for the show, I forgot about the song.
I did too.
And this is somebody that played this album every day, multiple times a day, for probably a couple of years. At least a
Right,
year.
right.
And I just had totally forgot it. It's fine. I like it. It's nothing. It's not anything wrong with it, but
Right.
it it's just kind of low on my radar.
Yeah. Understandable. A lot of people do say that. It was crazy that, one of my friends was like, when we, I was like, we're gonna talk about this album. He was like, he started singing Wake Up, and I was like, you like this song too? And he was like, yeah. He was like, yo, that's my favorite song on the album. So I'm like, okay, because when you see online, a lot of people do say it's cool, but it's not memorable.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
people say. It's not memorable. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah. But I was just glad that somebody liked it. It's a favorite for me, and I love it. So yeah, y'all, so simple.
Now, So Simple, when we talk about Dragon Days, Wake Up, So Simple, these kind of more like slow burners. Of the three, this is the one I like the most. I like the production, and it has that hip hop feel that we were talking about with like those covers. That's what puts it over the top for me. So this one, I'm digging this.
To know that Dre and Duvall did this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, and that they did it. And it was just, and they was working with Usher at the time. They were working with him with Confessions at the time. And they were recording this in the same studio where Alicia was doing hers. And then they heard what she was doing and was like, yo, we got something for you. And she was like, oh, I like this. And then they did it. So I was like, wow, with the connection that Usher and Alicia had, and we got My Boo. What? That that's what this took me back to. Like, and we got that. Y'all could have had Dre and Duvall do something. Y'all could have had something, and that's what we got. And y'all were kind of making the albums around the same time because if a
Yeah.
lot of people don't know, Usher's album was supposed to come out in 2003.
Yep.
So they around the same, and we got that. But I do like it because it's street. That's what I like about this song. And the line that I love on this is now it's hardly simple. It's just simply
They
hard.
hard. Man, listen.
That's
Oh,
a bar, yo. Like, that's some writing for your ass. Like, I was like, Alicia's pen, it was just like, woo,
yeah, that
like,
thing was smoking on this album. I
yes,
think we forget about that.
The whole
yep,
album,
the whole thing. The whole thing.
even the songs we don't like,
Yeah,
were
that's true.
impeccable.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. But so simple. I guess this is kind of probably the last. No, no, it's not. Because I thought it was the last kind of hip hop record, but it's one more after this.
Yeah,
Because
there's
I
another
think
one.
Alicia was like, all right, I done gave y'all Diary, Wake Up. I was like, she's like, I got to give y'all something else. I got to give y'all another hip hop flavor. So she goes to this. So I thought it was great. The track listing was great to me. I think this was a well put album for real. You
The
know what I mean?
sequencing is great.
Yes, yes, it is. And then we get to I'm a woman when you really love someone.
Great value if I ain't got you.
I like it.
Period.
I like it better than If I Ain't Got You though.
Oh, absolutely. It's another favorite of mine.
I can't say that.
I
You
like
like it
it.
better?
I like it way better.
Really? Are you serious?
I think
And,
she sing better. I like the production of it better, and I think of the vocals way better.
Yes,
I feel
I do too.
like, and the vocals better. I'll give you that. Yeah, but like everything else, I feel like she wrote that one song and she was like, "I'm gonna do it again," and it just everything feels like a part two, but just not as good as part one. And
Mm,
nothing here is bad. I ain't no whack song on this album, so it's not whack. But I
mm.
would listen to I Ain't Got You way before this. But
Wow.
I'm tired of I Ain't Got You, so I don't want to listen to it.
This is more of the falling of this album than If I Ain't Got You to me.
Really?
It has a lot of fallen elements to it. It don't sound just like, but it structurally it's very.
No, I can see that. But if I Ain't Got You, got them same
Especially,
old.
especially the beginning when it come in, I'm like, is it? Oh no.
You triggered. That's what that is. That's PTSD.
Right. It's a trigger. That's what that is.
You are not incorrect, sir.
Yes, I think yes. With this is, and I'm not saying vocally, y'all. I'm about to say this 3 times. I'm not saying vocally. I'm not saying vocally. I'm not saying vocally. This gives me very much Aretha-ish, because Aretha has some type of songs that you just gonna sing along to, and it's for the women. And I can see this type of song on like the Lady Soul album for real.
Yes, I agree.
You know
with
what
that.
I mean? Like it
For
has
sure.
that. And the thing I agree with you about the difference between I Ain't Got You and this. I Ain't Got You was definitely worldly to me. That was the worldly record that everybody would love. This, when you love someone, it's for us. That's it. That's the R&B, and that's it. You gonna R&B world is just gonna love this record. If I Ain't Got You, it's so global, it's so around the world. Everybody's gonna dig it. Everybody's gonna love it. When you really love someone, it's just for the blacks. Like that's how.
If I Ain't Got You, it's thin to me. And when you really love someone, it's a thick, thick like.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If I Ain't Got You is more like cream of wheat, but this is grit.
I feel that metaphor because I'm hungry. But yes, I feel you. Yeah, the real grits, not them instant grits, like the real grits.
Not out of a small packet.
Yes,
no,
them real joints. My mama.
Yes.
Them grits.
And I think it's a lot. It's raw to me, because even when Alicia comes out and when she's hitting a note, when we know that Alicia ain't, and she be like, shit, man, like, and she just stops. You know what I mean? It's raw, but it fits. That's why I was like, all right, I'm good with it. That's why it's a favorite of mine. It's just soulful, like you said, Elise. It's thick, how you said on the Zoe episode. It's hard to get through it. Like it has a thickness to it. It's just like, ooh, and that's the soul that I love. I love it thick. Give me that thick gravy, not that watery shit. Like that's what I'm not with that. So this song gives me that, and that's what I love about it.
Because when I think about it, at least you like really hit it. Because If I Ain't Got You is like, we gonna do this song, but we gonna make it so everybody can feel it. We can get it out for us. Like, but this one is more stripped down. It's more soulfully gritty, if I can use a term like that. So I feel that. So that's why they cut from the same cloth, but one just a little bit more glammed up for everybody in this one. And that's why, to me, by the time I got to this on the record, I was like, we done heard this before. So that's why I think I had that mental block there.
That's true. That's true.
From the same fabric. This one is a beautiful dress with ruffles and all kind of detail, and the other one is just a A-line dress that any woman could wear.
Lord, you just said it's old Kmart dress. I still got love for you if I ain't got you. It's all right. It worked for me.
I didn't say that. No, it's just like a more classic. I said an A-line dress. I ain't say a clearance rack dress.
It was $5.99.
Oh man. So we get to Feeling You, Feeling Me. I wish this was a full song.
Yes.
I wish this was a full song.
And you know what makes me mad? If this was 2023, this would be a full song. Because songs now be a good 2 minutes.
Take it back to Motown, baby. Yes.
This song is so dope. I need give me at least another 30 seconds. Give me something.
Yes.
Because she had something with this one.
This song is very Prince vibe.
Yep.
Very Prince. And it kind of got you ready for what's the record that she brought out on As I Am. It was the second single. Like You'll Never See Me Again.
Yes. Now that song
I love that record. She said that she wanted a sample used by Prince. She wanted to use a sample from Prince. But Prince was like, I ain't dealing with no labels. I ain't dealing with none of that. So if you listen to that song, it's very Prince. And then when I listen to Feeling You, Feeling Me, I'm like, ooh, she might have been preparing us from what we was gonna get on like You'll Never See Me Again, because it has that. It's so this song is so sexy, yo. Like it
Yes.
is. Like it's just very sexy. And it's just like like it just give me like international lover from Prince. Like it just gives me his sexual vibe. And she gave you that, and it's not too raunchy, people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very raunchy. You know what I mean? And it's just musically, and Alicia is very airy, and it sounds amazing. I was like, damn, this could have been a full song. Like she had Faith interludes on this, because y'all know Faith
Yes.
can do an interlude, and
He
you be
will
like,
do it.
girl, this could have been a full song. What was you doing? Like, are you serious? Alicia gave you that on this, like for sure. Her interludes was hitting like that, like
And
that.
remember we were saying earlier about how back in this era, you might not know it now. I mean, maybe you do know it by now, but like early Alicia was not really doing sexy stuff. Like this is the first time she was giving you a little bit of, she put on a little dress, on a little bit of leg, doing whatever. So like this is when we started getting a little bit of that sound, and it proved that she could do it. I want more of it.
Yep. I love this joint. Like you said, damn, like it's like you wanted this on. Give me like another 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds. Like that's all you needed. Like that was it. Like it's just like, oh, Alicia, but I get it. I get it. I wonder if she got a full version of this record.
She probably got it on somebody's hard drive, sitting somewhere.
Yes. And she
Got
need she need to put that out.
Throw it on YouTube, put her assumed name so I can go and do
that. That's right. There you go. What's the next one? Oh, Slow Down.
This is my joint too. I'm feeling this one too. I love Slow Down. Yes, it's another one I'm feeling.
Yes, I love this. Oh man. Yes. This again, a New York record.
Right.
It's so street. It's so, I think I've done this when I got the album. I will get on the New Jersey Transit and head to the city. You know what I'm saying? To go to a Knick game or something like that, and I will be playing this, and it feels that. Alicia Keys on this album definitely gave you. If you wasn't from New York, you got the feeling of what it was with songs like this. You know what I'm saying? And again, she's being a little bit more sexy on this one. Cause you know what I'm saying? She like, slow down, baby. You know what I mean? Chill.
Yeah,
like,
take your time. We got this.
You take, right. It's like, I'm like, ooh, take your time.
She got that low register rolling again. Like it just works. It works.
Yes, it does. I like it.
Yes, that medulla oblongata is electrified. I'm like, you breaking out all the SAT words. She was killing it.
Y'all, I don't know. Y'all done lasted this long. Y'all see how these two is doing in this episode? I am behaving myself.
Do not put this on us. It is 3 people guilty on this episode.
Oh my God. Oh man. I forgot what the next song is. Wait a minute. What's the next song?
Samsonite Man.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. I just went blank. I'm sorry, y'all. The rawness had happened. I'm sorry. I could see Mary on this.
Yes, this is another one that I'm digging the production and I'm digging the writing.
Yes.
I put it up there with kind of like some of the early ones on the second half that we talked about, like, you know, like Dragon Days, where it's like I don't revisit it often. But when it come up, it's cool. But I like the production and the writing is really smart. So it's another win. Ain't no white song on this album, y'all. I can't really go off like I usually do. But like it's fine. I just don't revisit it very often. But I love the production.
Yes. And that's why when I heard it, I was like, ooh, I can definitely the words and where it feels, this is definitely Mary. I mean, come on. She was like, if the wind blows you in my direction, you come through to the rendezvous. Forget about your good intentions. Leave me lonely and confused. Woo! I was like, well, damn. And mind you, that is a luggage that she's talking about.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? So she's talking about this dude he takes his luggage and go. Like, That's just what it is. He don't stay around. He do what he do and he dip. And you leave her lonely and confused. You know what I mean? So I was just like, Alicia's pen, like you said, depend on it. And then I like the Spanish guitar that's on this joint for real. And it kind of reminds me of Infatuation with Christina on Strip.
Yes,
It
yes, I
gives
can
me
hear
that.
that.
And then for her to work with Christina, because she was about to give her, if I'm not sure of this, but I heard this. She wants to give Alicia if I ain't got you. I mean, she wants to give
Really?
Christina if I ain't got you.
I didn't
That's
hear
what
that.
I heard.
Huh.
But I don't know if it's true. And I'm gonna say allegedly. That's what I heard. But instead, she came up with Impossible and gave her that. And I was just like, wow, because now I might could see Christina could do if I ain't got you though.
I
I
could
see.
see it, and I could see that getting on my fucking nerves even worse than Alicia.
I can absolutely see. I love Christina, but you know she do the most all
Yes.
the time.
She would do way more than that song required.
That is
And that's
absolutely true.
that's why Linda Perry said when she did Beautiful, she had to kind of. She was like, none of
Bring
that.
it on in, sis. Bring it in.
No, keep it there. You know what I mean? And it was a very beautiful vocal performance. But live, Christina gonna go here and there and there and.
That's what that song might. It might not be my very favorite Christina song, but it's in the top 2.
Yeah, I can agree. Vocally,
you know how I feel about big singers not controlling their shit.
Yes.
We're good for that.
Especially ones you know that can.
Yes, they can, but they showing out. It's like you just showing off. It don't take all that for what this song requires.
Because you hear songs with Christina, and I'm not just picking on Christina, just and plenty of other big singers. I see where they do it. I'm like, do it. And it's gorgeous. And those songs ended up being some of your biggest songs that really touched people.
Right.
Because they weren't distracted from the lyrics from you hollering every 2 seconds.
See, they used to cuss me out about this, and she's better now. But Beyonce used to be hard. She had a little era where she was losing her mind. And I'm like, lady, the song is good. You ain't got to do all that. She better now. But there was a time.
It was in this era.
Yes, it was this era.
In
she was doing the most.
This particular year.
Yes. Because I got to see her on her, Alicia, Missy, all them on the Ladies First tour. This is when Alicia was promoting this album. Beyonce was still promoting, Dangerously in Love, and Missy was on it, and Tamia opened at the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember Beyonce used to be all over the place. My mom was like, why is she yelling like this?
Yes.
For what? But baby, when she got to B-Day, that somebody said,
yeah, bring it down. And she got it.
And she got it. Somebody was like, no, ma'am. Somebody in her crew. It might have been Mama Tina, but a girl, cut. All that, no.
Mm-mm. Oh, no. I thought according to that commenter, nobody told her how to sing or coach her.
Thank you, sis.
Commenter, when you said that Missy ain't teach her nothing. Are you fucking insane?
See, y'all guys keep trying to tag me when they talking crazy, so I can come up in there with it.
Ed, we left it on the We left.
I responded to it.
Yeah. Elise responded to it because I was gonna respond to it, but Elise knew I was hot.
38 hot.
I was hot because of how they did it. That's how I did it.
Not the Dragon Day.
I was a Dragon Day hot. I was dragging that day. Like I was tight.
As hot as that chocolate, and you don't know my name. I'm telling you.
Yes, God, because the angle they took it with. Because Elise and our guest was saying it the whole time. Finally, I said it, and they're gonna say, "Well, that guy is wrong because Beyonce was." I was like, "You what?" Elise and them been saying this whole thing. You wait till I say it. I was like, "Okay." All right, I got it. Even though I'm glad that everybody agreed, Beyonce even agreed.
Yes,
She
Beyonce.
knew
Yes.
because she went back and looked at them tapes because that girl studies herself. That's one thing I can respect about B. She gonna go back and look and see what she did wrong and see what she can do better. We got to be there and it wasn't all that. She
Nope.
did not do all that. And it was like, all right, I'm staying here. And that's what she did. And I think that is what our artists need to also do too. You know what I mean? Because like y'all said, we got our artists that know they can stay in control, but want to do all the acrobatics and all this and all the yelling and all the screaming. I'll be like, girl, like, can you quit? Like, even on your talk show, catch it.
Oh, yes.
No, you you could do all that carrying on, but you do that carrying on in the bridge and the outro.
Yes.
You
Then
do the
Yep.
yes, when there's
you like
opportune times to do it. You don't start the song off with this.
yeah, you
It
gotta do
drives me
like
crazy.
yeah, you gotta do like Freddie and Luther. They real. The first half of the song is real, and it's just like then it's
Yes, you build to
Yes.
the climax. You build excitement. You don't start out crazy.
Yes. Yes.
all
Yes.
good singers do that.
Right.
Yep.
Truly good sing. Even even dramatic ass Patty, she gonna be chill at that first half, but baby, yeah, she gonna go crazy on the end. But in the beginning, just be like, I must tell you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
And then we get to that. You be like, it's go time.
and you're not tired from it. Then you're like, it's the payoff. It's the money shot, so to speak. You know,
Right.
Yes.
we're all
Right.
Yeah, we
Yes.
wrong. Yes, this when the shoes start flying, the shoes don't start flying on the first note. She just
No.
rehearsed her line 1,000 times. She cool, but later
Oh
on,
God.
start ducking.
Yeah, she
hate
got
it.
memorized and everything, and you know that's hard for her.
Lord,
We come for everybody. We come for legends, everybody.
Now that
Anyone can
part,
get it.
girl.
Anyone can
y'all so wild.
That was good, Elise. That
Yes,
was that.
I ain't got nothing for that one.
I have nothing for that. We Whitney out here. I
Yeah.
have nothing at all. You killed me. Oh God. Now then I behind us said we done had a talk Thursday. And I said, at least you always get a moment where you mess up everybody. And this was your moment where you mess up everybody. Thanks a lot, yo. I told you I hate it here. I hate it here. Oh God. Jesus. So all right. So we closing the album, y'all, off with Nobody, Not Really.
Another song I love. I thought it was a great closing track. She did the thing. And it's so sad. It's a saddest song, but I love it regardless.
Yes.
really pretty.
It's y'all, the one thing, the horns on this is
Them
everything
horns.
for me.
Yes, Lord. The way they close out.
Everything. Yes. Oh my God. And this song, because it's so sad and it gives me her Donnie influence to me.
Yes.
This is the Donnie Hathaway influence right here. You know what I mean? Because it was like she's talking about being in dark places and wanting to be seen and wanting to be heard. And that's all Donnie wanted. You know what I mean? Like, see me, hear me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going through this. Like, I'm telling y'all, and I want to be seen, I want to be heard. And a song like this, and it's just amazing. And then I got Donnie, and then how the beginning starts. I was just like, ooh, is she about to give me whatever it takes from Anita? I was like, oh, like, dun, dun, dun. I was like, oh. And then how the beat comes in, I was like, oh, Alicia, like, we ended like this. I was like, okay. So yes, this another interlude. But it's the outro. So I get it why it was short. I get it, but Jesus, sad. We could have went out on a happy note, but it was good. It was good.
It
was
was
a good
good.
joint. It was
again,
good. It was too good.
There's another interlude that's longer than real songs today. Well, it's crazy to me. Crazy to me. That it's an interlude.
And it's better.
I wish it would have been a whole real song.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
too. Yeah, it should have been.
yeah. I
But
did too. I did
all the
too.
interludes
But
up here should have been real songs.
all of them, every last one of them. That's how her and Faith. I be talking mess while I be listening to this. I be like, you girls, what's wrong with y'all? I could have got a full song for them. So it's like I just be like, but it sounds so beautiful. And Alicia to end the album with this, I thought it was amazing. That's why I think this is an amazing body of work, her best work, in my
Easy.
opinion. You
Easy.
know what I mean? Because after that, it was
Mm.
like she got off that she got off in front of the keyboard now and then want to be dancing, and then we started getting these songs where it's just completely too high, and it was just like, yeah, it was like, but this was Alicia and her, she got the sound right, she got everything right, and it was just an amazing body of work. And I'm like, Alicia, you did that. That's why it was such a success, because of how it was. You know what I mean? Like you said with the intro, I mean the debut. They pushed it at us, and they pushed it. The money, the marketing dollars went behind it. It's like, you gonna like this. And
Mm-hmm.
we don't care if you're gonna like it, you're gonna see it, you're gonna hear it. Clyde was like, we couldn't do nothing with Olivia, so we doing something with Alicia. And we're gonna push this, and we're gonna push her and do this, and fine, it worked. But I'm glad Alicia got to that sophomore album and said, y'all, I'm gonna do it right so everybody could enjoy it. And she did, because I enjoy this. It's her best, and she did the damn thing to me. So
I agree. Her best work by far, in my opinion, one of the best albums of the decade of the 2000s. I love it to death. My favorite one of all the hype that Alicia got. Like, this is the time I feel like the hype was most earned. The stuff later on was hit and miss, and by the 2010s, it was missing all over the place. But she got it right here. She was straight on this.
yes, agreed, agreed, agreed.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
We haven't done this in a while. Remember? So I'm waiting for you to say it.
Oh, we have now reached my favorite part of the show. It is the word association. And today's word association. So this is how it works. I'm gonna give you today. I'm gonna give you an album from 2003 and 4 because of how it was the end of the year. So
Right.
I'm gonna dip in both years. I'm gonna give you an album, the first thought or song or feeling or observation that comes to your head about said album.
I try not to get y'all in trouble, but yes.
If they got this far, we already there.
That's true.
Ain't no new trouble you could introduce us to. All right. So, an album that came out a week after Diary of Alicia Keys was Music Soul Child, Soul Star. Yeah, it came out the next week.
I'm trying to think what I want to say about Soul Star. All right. Like, I feel like it was a step down from the previous couple albums, but I like it. I'm not dissing it at all, but I think it was a little step down from that. It's not one I revisit all.
Yeah. I mean, the first two albums was such a hard act to follow because they
That's
were,
it. That's it.
I mean, like solid.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus, yes.
Really, really good. So this was a hard.
But music's run is not spoken about either. Because that run that man had from 2000 to 2008 is sick.
Even
You know?
even today, like, he's one of the most consistent artists in the game since 2000. He don't
Yes,
have too
God.
many. He got one or two slip ups, but they're very, very few.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, this
I
one
agree.
was all right. They had
Yeah,
some joints on it. We're Monopoly my joint, so I can't go too hard on it.
yeah, and you could see there was like almost a deliberate like trying to re reinvent or repurpose old songs like for the night. I mean, that's just the
Yep.
You
That's why you knew it was first single. You knew it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like
know,
it was like,
More
okay.
Than Life, like it's just
Yeah.
it was just very, it was too calculated. I think.
Right.
That's a good way to put it. Yes.
That
That's a
yeah,
good
I
way to
like
put it.
that. I like that.
Even though I like it, like it's cool. Like I mean, I'm a Music Soul Child fan, but it's okay. I don't go back to that one a lot. I go back
I mean, you know.
to debut, the sophomore. I love the new record that he had.
Yes. Me
I'll
too.
go back to Love and Music too.
Love and Music.
We
That's
don't talk
a
about
Mm.
that one enough. I love me some Love and Music.
Oh,
album. The arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
yes, cool.
That's what music. It's arrangement.
Listen. Mm,
So
Y'all
good.
gonna make me go listen to Make You Happy after this.
Yes, I'm gonna be right there with you.
Yes. Oh my God. I love music. Oh my God.
But yeah, Soul Star, it was cool. It was the first album of him where I was kind of like, I wasn't in love with it. It was like, all right.
God,
But it had
yeah.
its moments because I still to this day will wear out some Womanopoly. So it's all good.
Mm.
All right. We had Monica After the Storm.
Her second best album.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
We needed something after that sophomore.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You needed it badly.
Badly. Yes.
See, now the sophomore, I did not like at the time, but like going back, I don't know because the bar so low now, I just be happy for anything. But like, I appreciate it much more now, much more. In '98, I was just like, whatever. It did not stay in rotation long, but
And she got some joints on it, like Street Symphony. I'm gonna go back to, like Ring My Bell. I'm gonna go back to, like those. I'm gonna go back to. But you could tell what they were doing to Monica, and she's not that artist.
Nope.
So when she came to After the Storm, I was like, now this is the Miss Thing that I like.
Yeah, she went back to basis, got Missy, and
Yeah.
I mean it hooked it up. So yes, I love this record. This is a good.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. And we're gonna dip into '04 with the very tail end of '04, but I just wanted to bring it in. John Legend. Like it was the very end of '04.
Oh yeah.
Like December 28th. Who puts the album out the 28th? Like,
Right after Christmas.
I know.
That's
You done
slow.
missed all the Christmas money.
Right.
We trying to get, we trying to get crunk for the new year. You all in that weird middle part. So, but anyway,
But Get Lifted.
Get Lifted. Good, but I will admit, because of all the hype around them, I won't say that it was like, because I think it was better than the Alicia debut. It reminded me of that, in that like everybody had hyped it up. So I'm thinking like this is an instant classic. It was good, but it won't like great that I was expecting. But it was good.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
it was just good. It was good.
When it first came out, I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread.
Me too.
I don't feel that way anymore. I still like it though.
It's got plenty of joints.
Like but now that I go back and look at it, like the track listing is not good. Like the order.
Wow.
It's good. It just ain't great. It didn't hit great for me.
You know, I still revisit it. Like I'm not disparaging it, but you're right. It did have this hype, and I did get caught up in the hype of it. So I just thought it was just, this is just going to change music forever, and it's just and
right.
Then 10 years later, I was like, oh no, it was a great offering.
Yeah, it was.
I'll even say it's a great album, but child, I had that thing. It was a golden idol or some shit.
I was like that too, though, but I still revisit it. Like I love the whole thing. Like for me, it's my favorite John album, to be honest.
It's probably his best album.
Yeah,
off the top of my head, it's probably his best one.
Yeah, because I mean, after the second one, we know John became theirs. That's what he became.
The lounge singer.
That part where he can go to the Grammys, he can go to the Emmys, he can go to the Oscars, he can do all of that. He can be accepted with that. He became that afterwards. Yes, it was like, oh, he's safe. That's what he became, the safe artist. And it was just like after then, it was like,
I'll give him the third album too. I like the third album.
Yeah. I forgot
but
about
after that one, y'all can have it after that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
All right. Next one is it's kind of rough because it was some kind of it was a spotty couple years. And I don't want to say the obvious. Angie Stone Love.
I like Stone Love. I thought it was, and I didn't love it like I love Mahogany Soul. That is my joint. Mahogany Soul, my joint. But Stone Love, I thought was cool. I thought it was a cool album.
Why are you say what you gonna say?
It just go on and say it. The face saying it all. Go on and say it.
If you're gonna tell it, you gotta tell all this sessions.
Yeah. This was the first Angie album I was like, it didn't hit me. Because again, I think this album to me, they were trying to mainstream Angie. I mean, the first single, I Want to Thank You with Snoop. I was like, okay, I see what y'all trying to do here. I get it. There's some artists that just can't do that to me. You can't mainstream them. That's just not what's gonna happen. Their soul, it's too gritty to try to turn popish. And I think that's what they were doing with Angie on Stone Love. Like, Black Diamond is my favorite, but Mahogany Soul is amazing. Like, it's an amazing album, y'all. And then it got to there, and I think after, Clyde saw what I Wish I Didn't Miss You did, it was like, oh, let's try. Because now you got the crossover people liking her. It's like, oh, okay, we can get more of that. And that's when he tried to do with Stone Love. And I was like, nah, I'm not. I ain't here for it. That's an album that I really don't go back to of hers at all.
Oh, it ain't Mahogany Soul. I'll give you that. But it had moments. Oh.
Mahogany Soul, yes. I was like, damn, Angie. Like, shit. You come on Black Diamond, which is a favorite, and then you give me this? I was like, whoo. All right. Come on, number 3. And I was like, oh. I'm like, oh, all right. I'll wait for the next one. And the next.
Oh.
And the next. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I'm the one that used to give Angie all the fever on this show. Wow.
Oh, be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet, ma'am.
Okay. Erykah Badu, Worldwide Underground.
You know how when your fave like be hitting you like with a hot album after another, and you hear an album and you want to like it so bad, but something just ain't connected. And that's me on this one. Like, this is one that was and this is the first time I had to say that because she's one of my favorites. Her debut, incredible. The second one, incredible. Almost as good as debut. I think the debut a little bit better. This was a big old for me, y'all.
And I'm also probably the biggest Badu fan that you probably ever will encounter. But that album, it should have just been like an EP or a mix.
Yes.
It's incomplete.
Yes, that's the perfect way to say it.
Songs that I love. I mean, I don't dislike anything on it. It's just incomplete. It's just not finished.
It feels like a mixtape. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
Well, that's why I was smiling because I was like, well said. Like, yeah,
so,
it's
so I agree with you, and
yeah,
I'm die hard,
Me
but
yeah,
too.
that is it's incomplete.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
All right. And last but not least, how about um shit, Beyonce, Dangerously in Love.
Oh, y'all gonna get me in trouble. My one word, overrated.
Ooh,
Uh,
really?
I I think people on this album, they love the singles. So like they gassing up the singles. But with a couple of exceptions, like Signs and like maybe one other, the album cuts is just It's so much on this album. For this to be a big blockbuster debut, this is supposed to be the best thing ever. Everybody been waiting for Beyonce to go solo since no. We knew it was coming. Like when they finally get this opportunity, my wife gonna bust through this door and drop kick me in the head. But give me B Day all day long because this was a bunch of I'm sorry, Beehive, come sting me up. And your boy was not that impressed. She would do much better later on.
And you thought it was B Day? But I no, I appreciate it now because I love Renaissance so much. So I appreciate B Day now. Then I brought that thing and I gave that album fever. You hear me? I was like,
What?
no.
What?
Yeah, I gave it fever. I
Uh-uh.
gave it fever. It's some joints that I love on it. Like I love Deja Vu, Kitty Cat, which we deserve the better video, Beyonce. I don't care what you say. You wildin'. That
Yeah, that
horrible ass video you gave for Kitty Cat was terrible. And you fans sit there and act like I'm lying or you hell you want. I know y'all love her and y'all give her the grace and she's Jesus to y'all, but you bugging because that video was terrible. I get that. I love Give Me Body, but it was like that. I was like, I wanted substance for me when I heard it. And I was like, I'm not getting what I want. And I was just like, I'm good. I'm good. And then she gave me I Am Sasha Fierce. I was like, oh Lord, Jesus. I was like, girl, like what the
no,
and she
Sasha
finally
Fierce.
gave me 4. She
Yes,
gave me
four
4. I was like, okay.
four
But
I'm with
Dangerously
you.
in Love, and you're not the first person to say that. A lot of people feel like it's overrated.
It's
And,
way
and
overrated.
Chastity is going to see this and going to write a whole dissertation in this comment section. She loves Dangerously in Love, loves that album down. It's her favorite, like for real. So I know she's gonna be like, oh no, I'm not wait a minute here.
Y'all ain't hip
Love you,
hop
sis.
star ain't doing nothing. What's that? That's how I
Oh, Hip
like
Hop
it,
Star
baby.
is terrible.
That ain't them album cuts ain't on nothing, y'all. Like, I'm sorry. I know it is blasphemy, but them album cuts ain't hitting.
I'm a Johnny Come Lately Beyonce fan because I didn't like the early stuff. I do like uh I have more of acceptance for like, the Lemonade and
I like that.
I love the self-titled because it's a pop ass album and I feel she's a pop girl. But I said that 1,000 times and so it worked. Um and Renaissance. So I'm a Johnny Come Lately and I like a lot of Destiny Child stuff, but
Mm.
and then during this time, like I wasn't, of course I'm aware of Beyonce. She was a fucking force then, but I was listening to other stuff. I was I was knee deep in hip hop. Like, so I was listening to so many different things that I never like fully jumped on anybody's bandwagon, so to speak. Not just
Mm.
her. It was just like I was on a lot of different stuff.
It was way better stuff in 2003 than that. And I
Cause
know I'm gonna get shot, but I will listen to Destiny. I will put Destiny style stuff over her solo stuff
I
any
feel like
day of the week.
honestly, that's when she shines more. To me, I said that so many on so many platforms. I feel like Beyonce, as powerful as she is, the girl is who she is. She will be a legend. We can't deny that. The girl did what she did. But to me, I think she shines more with the group. To me, I feel like she's able to kind of be a little bit more of who she is within the group. To me, once the solo, everything's on her, and I think she feels like I have to please, and I gotta please this, and this is what the people want to see from me, and this is what I give. At least when she's with the group, if it's with the four girls, you know what I'm saying, or Michelle and Kelly, it's like, oh, y'all can pay attention to them. I can do me, but they got to do them, and we all got to pull our weight. Right. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, while Farrah go get the luggage. But at the end of the day, it's just like that.
Samsonite Man. Woman.
She the Samsonite woman.
Full circle, man.
Man. It's time for bed. It's time for bed.
But I'm gonna name some other stuff in 2003 just to give you a view of what I'm gonna name the stuff that I was listening to.
Okay. All right.
I will listen to it too.
Yeah.
Right. Same person. Okay. Mm-hmm. Coming Where I'm From, Anthony Hamilton.
That's
absolutely.
That's the
Michelle
one.
And Cello, Comfort Woman, which is my favorite Michelle album.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
I mean, I love song 1, 2, and 3, and they all fire. And then she got a song, Come Smoke My Herb. You got me. I was listening to Genuine the Senior, Police Tasty. I was listening to, I told y'all before, Speak About Love Below.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
and this is 2003, right? Yeah, this is late 2003. Oh, I was in the soul sessions.
Jill's Beautifully Human.
Yeah.
Prince's Musicology.
Yep. Musicology.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. It was so much.
We didn't remember, but I was listening to Ray Ray, but I didn't remember it all these years later for
Right.
So on it, totally forgot about it.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I said from the top, Braver, Amel LaRue. I ain't stopped playing it since.
You and my wife, both of them.
That's one of my favorite albums ever.
We were just talking about it last night. She was talking about Cleo Soul's new album, and she was like, "It's good. It ain't Brave Bird though. It ain't got that Amel like production to it.
Ain't nothing Brave Bird.
That thing.
I can't think of nothing that sounds like it.
Right.
Its own thing.
Oh yeah.
I was on Tidra Moses.
Oh, now
yes.
Listen. That's my girl.
Oh yes.
With Complex Simplicity, Van Hunt self-titled album. To this day, that was perfect.
Chef's Kiss.
That's a perfect album.
Y'all hyping up that Beyonce and Sean Paul. Like, I'm listening to everything you saying. I ain't didn't know Dangerously in Love like that.
I wasn't listening to the album, but I would listen to the song Free Yourself. Fantasia.
You give that all the time. That train is never late.
Shit, I was listening to damn Anita Baker, my everything.
Oh. I ain't bad. Yes.
What else? I'm missing it.
Yeah, because this is 2004.
Mia album, More.
Yes.
Poetry is my shit.
Yes. More was it.
Yeah.
I was listening to a lot of different things, and that's not even talking about the hip hop that I was listening to and all the other genres I listened to too. So it's like
right. Yeah. So it ain't I ain't knocking you on that as much as Beyonce. They feel like Dangerously in Love is overrated. You know what I mean? Like, you're not the first person to say that. Like, I'll be like,
See, I was trying to segue away from you talk about that, and you went right back to it.
Well, it got to be said. I'm not saying it's trash. It's fine, but it is
No, it's
not to
not.
be in the Smithsonian Institute like everybody acts like it need to be. It ain't that deep. It's all right.
I really don't think Air albums are trash. Like, just throw the whole thing away. No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Even that
Sasha
particular one.
Fierce. Sasha Fierce pushing it.
But I can't throw the whole thing away.
No, I can't throw the whole thing away, but it's pushing.
Oh yeah, it's on the line.
I like it.
But it's enough. It's still enough good stuff on it to not throw the whole thing away.
No, I agree.
It reminds us of the episode we did, and nobody gonna see it though, but the In Vogue joint that we did, where the singles carried the album.
Yeah. Huge.
Yes.
So huge that you kind of didn't care about the album.
Even
album cuts, you still kind of wouldn't care.
Yeah, because
exactly singles how I feel about this.
The singles were so strong. It was like, all right, we don't care. Got it. So yeah. Come on, Dan Love. We love you though, but
yeah, we messed up. We talked about the In Vogue debut, but we should have. Maybe we could just release the audio, the video.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we can release the audio. Somebody will listen.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it. I'll be right up there at work.
It was really good. That's why I'm upset that the video was messed up, because it was a really great conversation.
It was.
Drop that. I'll listen to it at the gym.
Yeah,
y'all think I'm playing.
that was one we didn't go in sequence order talking about it.
Right.
We didn't even want to talk about the album cut.
Because it was a couple of album cuts, because I love the album to me because it's sentimental. So I go back to it, and there was a couple of songs. Elise was like, "Now listen, now listen," because I was like, "Nah, I'm with it." And she was like, no. She was like, "I get the sentimental value, but no."
But nothing wrong with you liking them, but they're objectively bad.
Yeah.
And I love a lot of objectively bad songs, a lot. But I'm not so high body to be like, no, that's a classic. I'm like, this is a terrible ass song. I love it.
See, that's what I respect. I respect that hustle, because when I get mad today at the children, I'm about to go on one of my rants. Sorry, but I get mad because y'all know it's trash. But instead of saying, "Look, I know this stupid, but it's fun," y'all got to be like, "You don't understand the writing intricacy. You understand." I understand it is whack. All you got to say is it's fun. I know it's stupid. I'm sorry. Sexy Red is not Rakim. I don't want to hear nothing about how this girl's so great. She goofy. Just okay. Just say you like goofy stuff. It's all right. Stop making people Lauryn Hill.
It's silly. It's fun. Cause shit, back in the day, I will certain stuff I'm trying to defend. I was just like, nah, this is go hard in the club. That's acceptable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of my favorite albums of all time is Lil Caesar's album. Y'all can't tell me nothing. That album is so goofy, but it's so fun. And I'm not going to say that he's some elite lyricist just because I like it. Just be real. That's all I ask.
But you still name somebody that can actually rap, though.
Right. That's yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He can actually.
Ain't no Uzi Vert.
Goofy.
But catch all of this, y'all. Catch all of it.
You did all that, and you still name somebody that actually could do the craft that they're doing. Oh, today somebody. Oh,
how about our both shot? Come on, somebody.
Why they like? Don't you say take your time, Elise? This is already long as hell.
I hate it here, but I love it here.
I love it with my fans.
Oh, God. That gives you a snapshot of what was going on in the world. And that was also the year like Sierra was Goody and Shanti had Concrete Rose, and it was a lot. It was a Christina Milian was out, all kind of. It was a lot of music out. Not necessarily music I love, but it was a lot. It was a lot to choose from.
That's the point. Like it was diverse sounds. Like it won't 100 versions of the same sound. Like it was a bunch of stuff. You could choose what you want. You could listen to some coming where I'm from, or you can be Sierra Goodies, dancing on top of the car. Like it's a whole different vibe, but you got different aspects of the genre. It ain't everybody just a bunch of Sierra clones. That's what I miss. Some diversity.
Cause listen, I was singing Charlene, and I was singing Goodies,
mm-hmm.
and I was singing Baby When I Used to Love You. I was singing all the songs,
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
Now today it'd be 1,000 goodies and nothing else. Goodies in part 87. Like, please do something different.
Please.
Yes. Oh, and we thank you for.
I knew it. I knew we was gonna get an amazing episode. I knew it. I knew it.
Thank y'all so much. Always love coming through. We'll have to do it one more again. Make it 3
Oh
for
yeah,
3.
yes. You got to pick another album for sure.
But yeah, it was so much fun talking about it, talking about my girl, we ain't gonna talk about some of the other albums. I guess we could, we want to get in trouble. But it's always good coming through with my fam.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we turned out if somebody pick an album and we don't at least like half of it, we're not gonna talk about it because then it just turns into a bash session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. But for our viewers, we do not pick the album.
Nope.
The guest picks it.
That was all me. Y'all can blame me.
Not the songs, the guest does. So this is addressing two things. The first thing it is addressing is why y'all ain't talking about such and such, such and such? Because ain't nobody picked it. That's why. Full stop.
Number one.
That's the only reason that we ain't talked about your favorite album. Because somebody else. Right. Full stop.
True.
And also, I'm going to address something. And I might end up cutting this out, but I'm going to say it just is. Get my thoughts together. I had a comment where somebody said that we sat and bashed the album, that this is supposed to be a celebration. First off, catch that the description of it is a celebration of R&B. It did not say a celebration of everything that was rhythm and blues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Secondly, for the comment for the particular episode, you ain't watched the whole episode because we ain't bashed the whole album. In fact, we couldn't have because we did not agree. All three of us, or even two of us, didn't agree about anything about the album. So the math ain't mathing. That's all. But yeah.
2 + 2 is 4, people.
It all is. Man, we in this weird culture where it's like we love R&B and we're going to be critical of R&B because we want R&B to be better. You're going to hear about what we love. You're going to hear about what we don't love, but we're going to tell you what could be a little bit better. We're not just going to trash it just to trash it. And we do it because we love it. Everything ain't got to be roses and puppies. Like that's why we want these artists to be better. That's what this about. So y'all chill out. It's all good. We love it as much as you do. Probably more.
And when I say I don't like a song by your favorite artist, I didn't say I don't like you.
Please remind them, please. They don't get it.
I didn't say I don't like you. I didn't say I don't like your artist. I said I don't like this song or this record.
And you have every right to feel that way.
I don't know none of them. I like every artist as a person until they prove me otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Now I got a couple on my list, but we ain't gonna talk about that today. But the point is,
until they show their ass.
Mm-hmm. I got a couple, but the point is,
the benefit of the doubt. But most people,
if I don't know you, I'm talking about your music. I ain't talking about your mama. It's all
that's exactly good. Exactly.
Yeah. So I promise if I say I don't like a Beyonce song, I'm not saying I don't like you. I do like you. You come stupid on my post on our video. And we don't mind criticism. I have people make corrections and they are correct. And I'm like, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We messed up. Blah, 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 blah. Don't come crazy. Corrections are fine. I have no problem with constructive criticism and truth telling.
Get them right, Elise. Get them right. Get the children right. Because they're wearing me out.
That is all. But yeah. Oh yeah. We mess up something. Please tell me because I don't want to be out here loud and wrong.
Like a lot of people are.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be out here loud.
Jesus, help me somebody.
But yes, but we are going to put all of Ed's information in the chat of how you can find. I mean, in the chat in the show description, so you can find him and support this brother.
Yes.
Doing a lot of work over there. So the stereo.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely check out the boy.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. And we appreciate everybody who tuned into this mess every week, sometimes multiple times a week. We love y'all. It's beautiful. We are very, very grateful. Like every day we're just like, oh my God, of the response.
Yeah.
Thank you. And, well, yeah, I did bring us some more cousins over here because we is a family.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we want the bomb ass family reunion. So yeah, we will. I guess we'll catch y'all on the next catch that. Something like that.
Hey.
Right.